Blind, bro, the dudes that run man safety blitz and they use it as safety.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And off we go from
You ever played them in duos? They always do in duos. I could have sworn they did. I played them in threes a couple times.
Zone for a touchback.
I don't remember, man. Me and Sparks did play against him before, but I don't remember if it was that. It was yeah.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second down, McNabb. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Gun, McNabb. And Tate's got it.
Let's go, Golden Tate, man. Let's go.
For the Eagles on third down. 44 yards.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I
must say. I bought a player that go for more than a draft player, not thinking that the draft player went for training the other day. It was only like 10K more, but still, my dumb ass.
Here's McNabb. Now he's flushed out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Ryan Shazier able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, McNabb. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down.
The sack that Lawrence Taylor just got on me was actually ridiculous.
Now Morton Anderson for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it.
Hopefully you a full legend or something.
They're more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Obvious. Uh-oh.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about
That's
what we
what you
did
pulled?
see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
I pulled Kevin Green too, so.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake. Murray dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Murray flushed out right, and an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just
I
mentioned,
hate that shit,
microcosm
man.
really
Like,
how it
everything
can hurt you.
bobbed.
23 yards on the play. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Murray. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roll free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Terry Rice is the best receiver ever played a game. He needs to be 99 everything.
With 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you.
If he got any stat that's less than 98, bro, it's on one, bro. He's the best ever.
It was a backhand.
I like that
really
one.
good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Now a 1st down throw, McNabb. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the gun, here's McNabb. Escaping the pressure right.
What? Oh my God,
The
bro.
release as this will be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. McNabb. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside inside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Lawrence Taylor in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I like that. It helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
From the gun, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
On 1st down, Murray flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Murray now. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, a dump down to McKinnon. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Goes underneath for Bell. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Come
He
on,
couldn't
man.
hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Bills getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Ohio! Ohio!
To throw on 2nd down. Murray buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Off play action. Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Now McNabb. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's McNabb. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
To throw on 2nd, McNabb. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let one. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out.
I'm not. Okay,
and we can get to the 3rd quarter now. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Off the play fake. Murray. Flush to his right. Man open. It's Moss complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
He's getting hella shut out of 55. That's just wild.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Off play action. Murray sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Murray, a dump down to McKinnon.
Come on, bro.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Oh, it's so easy to get spun out this year, bro. It's so heavy.
McKinnon, 38 yards. And the Bills are in for 6.
Like, I clicked on and still got into an animation. That is so... And I got unfakeable on Rock Woodson. Like, what? That don't make no sense. Oh, my God. Literally got unfakeable on him. That is so fucking stupid.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
And this dude's getting every bit of shed. I don't understand.
We want to run. These things worked well for us, and sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
The most that I ever seen.
On second down, it's Bell.
Bro, like, Jay Hughes weighs 200 pounds. D4? Bro, come on, man. Oh, my God.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
It's McNabb. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing on first down. Murray going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They run it with McKinnon.
Oh, Luke.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Bobby Wagner leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
McNabb to throw. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped.
Oh my God, man.
It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Ohio! Ohio!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as
Using all the shit, like I don't understand. He don't got no players that I don't got. God dang, man.
After this one, he's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now out come the Bills. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon.
Bro,
through the defense. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game now? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Ohio! Ohio!
Looking to throw on second down. Murray.
Yo, Luke Kuechly picked the ball up. He thought...
The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Ohio! Ohio!
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
Right back to him on 1st down. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop.
Why does he have so much time? Oh my God, man.
So keep handing it to him.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
What's up, Sparks? You got so much fucking bullshit this game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Toss play to McKinnon.
Bro, come.
And the ball is knocked out.
And he recovered the fumble and got the first. Bro, come on, man. Oh my God. This is what I've been going through the whole game, bro. I swear to God.
Scoring position, one guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, Williams. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout.
You got to,
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just have to break tendencies.
I'm quitting, bro. Oh my God, man. Fucking gosh, bro. Nigga recovered the strip and got 2nd inches. Fucking terrible. fucking gosh, bro. The bullshit I go through every fucking weekend league. Once I get to double-digit wins, it's hysterical.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles quickly keys to the game.
55. I've been getting 55 all weekend league. Nigga ain't getting no shed like that. Then I play this week. He getting all the shed.
To believe that they would win the game. That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Yeah, all the shed. I don't get a single sack that game. He had like 4.
Saint and Viking Morton
and he was 3. I was 10 and 4, so I'm just
we go and Madden Ultimate Team.
And when I finally get some shit to go my way, he recovered the fumble. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Alright, 55 again. Just need to get the same shed. I swear to God.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Ohio! Here we go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun, eluding the pressure right.
How does he have a flat? How does a cloud flat follow that? That makes no sense.
Many times when you
oh
talk
my
about
God, man!
You get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
There we go with the bullshit.
Back to throw here. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And got his man complete. And at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30.
You know what I'm saying? 55. He just ran 55, didn't get no shed. Last game, that dude got every bit of shed. This make no sense, bro. You could tell when Madden went through the league. I just threw in the pocket for a good 6 seconds right there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop.
Bro, like, this dude running 55. I mean, you see it, bro.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Who was it on?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go!
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
What?
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
What?
DeMarcus Ware.
I gotta rewatch that. I don't even know how
It'll
he
be a
just
loss
had
of
a...
about 8. Gotta imagine the
I don't
pass
even know what
rush
that
will be
is.
equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Oh, what is going on?
There, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterback's got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They're going to look to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
That's what he's doing.
Did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
I think this would be
so the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
Wow.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Julius Peppers able to get in and bury him well behind the line for a loss of 17. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. They go play action. It's McNabb. Now he's going to throw it back deep over them. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 42 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one.
And then for some reason my cover 4 is flipped out of it. Like it got one flat playing one side and the other side playing the opposite side. Like why is it doing that?
Anderson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second down, McNabb. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Lawrence Taylor in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, McNabb. Eluding the pressure right. No, bottled up.
What?
It's loose. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
The ball went forward. What is this game, bro? The ball literally went forward. Bro, oh my God.
The break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
the ball went forward. That's a pass. That's an incomplete. And I can't get on my user.
Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I don't understand how that's a fumble. The ball went forward. He's
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Here's McNabb. Flush to his right. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
Wow, they threw it out.
4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first
literally
down,
the ball went forward
took
and
the
they
shot
called
in
it.
the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board.
Ended up settling for 3.
And out now come the Eagles. And last time they
I
coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Flex round! Flex round!
To throw, McNabb.
What? Yo!
Wrapped up
Bro, come on.
Lawrence
Taylor got 3 sacks in the first half. Bro, come on, man.
Down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Flex round. Ohio.
Oh, fucking God, bro.
He'll drop to throw. He's looking deep for Bell. And incomplete.
I had 2 fade routes and somehow his safety got over there. Oh my God, man.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group.
I'm 11-2 first, but after this I'll probably be 11-3.
I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, McNabb. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! Randy Moss, 68 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Out the game.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Flex round.
From the gun, here's McNabb.
Take this to the
other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
You got a lot of goal 99.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
You had him in a fucking 3, right?
Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Night Train Lane. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The fact that he picked off a high ball with the computer picked off a high ball like that, bro. Bro, like, look at my cover 4, bro. My flash is flipped. Why is it doing that? That makes no sense.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
I'm not doing anything.
They stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away.
You had a 3, but took a high ball roll.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Look at the spin.
Bro, come on, man. He bounced off the hit stick. Come on. After he spun? Come on. Bro, come on. How are you tired? Oh, Thomas?
Getting the football first to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team.
So
and
99
drive and will to come back and win
like
can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round. Check.
Now a first down throw. McNabb finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That is first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Bro, come. What? Listen, you got unfavorable. Bro, come. Oh my God, bro. This is what I be going through, bro. I swear to God. This shit is so fucking gay.
It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. McNabb.
And he caught that. Bro, 3 people. Oh my God, man.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for
a hard
them.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself
and he got hit as soon as he caught it. Like, come on.
And this will be a
touchback
as that sails over the end line.
Fuck out of
here,
here,
the
bro.
Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops
How does he have so many people in that area?
Brings up 2nd down.
How does he have his man up is just sitting there waiting for my crossing? My man up just fried.
He was a big-time receiver.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. DeMarcus Ware in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now McNabb steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, as we've got the final.
Dude, his fucking ass. I ain't never lost that bad in a weekend game. Yeah, they just stand behind them. Let's him again. Let's go. This is exactly what I already back
Charles
up.
Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The
I
key
don't
to
care if I
any ball
lose,
game.
I'm not getting blown
Can you
out
rush
like
theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
I was gonna pick that dude. Only person I'm gonna man up is his outside receiver. And I'm gonna use it across her. His single side receiver, I'm gonna man up. I'm gonna use it across her into a 3 I think it's over with. Fuck him.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
That's fine.
Deion Sanders up to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run
By then, he
downs.
better
It
be
confuses
fat.
the
That's all I
blocking
got.
assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He better be fat by then. That's all I
Across the
got.
30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Back to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Flex round! Flex round! Hut!
To throw on second, McNabb. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
Come on, man.
And not only did
So
he
his guy
drop
can catch it over 3 people?
in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able
This
to
guy
hold
can
on
catch
to
it
that
over
one
3
in the end
people.
zone. A great
Oh,
opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
On third down, here's Bell. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rob Gronkowski, 34 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Like I said, he might beat me, but I'm not
Anderson
going to
up
do
and
that.
good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Anderson now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
I don't got none of the right people in.
On first down, it's McNabb. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
What?
This is taken in. It's complete.
Yo, this game is crazy. Oh, nah. Oh, nah, bro. Nah. Yeah, this game is crazy.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And
Bro.
he'll get maybe a yard. Stop short
Oh
of
my
35.
God, I just gave her no huddle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Being chased out left.
You
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks
Oh
it. They were
my
looking for Johnson
God.
that time.
Yo, T, did you just see that pick? Bro, Luke Kuechly's the GOAT. Bro, Luke Kuechly's the GOAT. Bro, Luke Kuechly's the GOAT. I've never seen that pick animation in my life.
They'll start out on
Not
the
in my 2 years, 3 years, bro.
Couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards
Bro.
on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially
Bro,
in the second
Luke
half, when
Kuechly's
you've got a
the
running
GOAT.
back of this size, of these
Bro,
dimensions,
stop playing.
I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
92.
Kiss him goodbye.
And you see what I'm doing. Just got to pick with him.
10.
Let's go! Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Told you I might lose, but you ain't gonna blow me out again, boy. You trash. And I'm onto you this game. You talking about, boy? I'm not playing with you. Let's go. I'm picking you up with a 92 speed Luke Kuechly. Stop playing.
To his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again.
Bro, I literally wasn't even supposed to be in that defense. Because he know I called cover 2 after 3-5 because I have no more time left on the clock and I didn't get all my subs in. So I just
now this offensive
that's what,
unit
bro.
ready
What?
to see
Stop
what
playing.
they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
Oh, that was a pick! Rod Woodson, bro. Bro. Oh, my.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Bro, that could have been a pick.
Now it's McNabb. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. A very solid game.
I don't got none of my passes again.
Sometimes it's
I
designed,
didn't make
and
no
sometimes you
subs
just
off
have
the
to know when to
defense. I
leave the
literally thought
pocket
on that.
and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Bro, where's my help? Come on. I'm sitting there containing outside and got nobody hoping.
A first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that
Hey,
play
get
call
out the game.
and the
Oh,
end
damn,
result,
so ass.
because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the
We're here.
game.
We're here.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Luke Kuechly. Let's go.
Outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like
Let's
one we
go,
just
man.
saw there. He
Let's
may
go,
not be
man.
a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Anderson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So
I
all
still
in all,
can't
to
believe
me,
people
that's a
took
good
that ball
drive.
off like that.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Bell, and maybe a measure of revenge there.
How does he
He's
have
had
him
his
running
way in
through
this
like
one,
that?
but this time they get him behind the line.
Somebody pick him up,
That'll
please.
set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. McNabb to throw. He finds his man Johnson. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The give is to Bell. And for one of the first times
Johnson,
tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I got Lane Johnson now. He played like trash so far this season.
Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
That's about.
That one goes for 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watching Steve Atwater make that tackle gave me flashbacks. Always known as a ferocious hitter. Could snuff out the daylight a runner thought he might have. Precisely what he did right there.
A little bit of a glimpse into why he made 8 Pro Bowls and won a pair of Super Bowls as well.
You got him. You got him.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
He'll look to throw. They still can't get him. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Right 20.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Johnson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle.
Bro, how is he shooting a gap like that? That makes no sense.
He's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And then he got stuck and then still got out the gap. Like, come on, bro.
Second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
He shakes it off. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know.
It made me freeze.
Is it worth
it
it
made
at
me
that
freeze.
point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep.
Oh my! Bro, I'm getting the craziest picks this game. Bro. Bro, look at... Bro. Stop playing.
Did I just see
Yo.
what I saw? Did I just
Bro,
see
stop
what I
playing,
thought
bro.
it had to be? Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up
Oh.
the
Some free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes,
I got lucky though because I had thirds on the field, bro. And
Sounds like
at the last second I played the 6. If I didn't play the 6, he would have had that fade route wide open. I got so lucky.
I just never was.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for
Maybe
a
I didn't get it
touchback.
in there. I don't know.
Here now the offense heading back out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to let it go again. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go
That's
for
a pick.
big play downfield.
What? Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And down to the 36-yard line here. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Bro, why did it...
Now back to throw.
Why did it just do that goofy shit, bro? It just made my purple go into a 5. I hate this game for that, man.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right.
Let's go.
Intercepted at the goal line. Brian Dawkins, the safety with
It's over with.
And his guys have got it back
It's
in the
over with.
stages of the first half.
How you, bro? He just blew me out. What you mean?
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. The give to the fullback on the dive.
Oh, almost returned after a touchdown, huh?
Then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And it happened with B True. I beat B True the second. Well, me and B True. listen. I'm on his heels. I want to play him right now, and I'm streaming. I want everybody watch because I want people to know he cannot beat me. He cannot. As a matter of fact, he can beat me, but it's not easy for him.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this.
Especially after last time, 17-0 in the fourth quarter, and then he lagged.
So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone.
Let's go.
This game.
Put him in a quarter. Let's go. Patrick Peterson's right there.
The drive, but that one incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Box.
Six-time Pro Bowler
Let's get it. Let's go. He don't know what to do right now, bro.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Oh, that's a good route. That's a great route.
Receiver complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Here's McNabb.
You can have every bit of that. You can have every bit of that play. I'm not hard flat in the rest of this
It'll
game.
be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, McNabb. He sets to fire deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong,
give me that.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
This game. Let's go! Stop playing with me! Let's go! Trash. He's so trash, bro. Yeah, go ahead and quit. Go ahead and quit. Yeah. 21-3. On a G, bro. You're not fucking with me. And I'm done. Because Yanks just hit.